their tackle issue. We've seen it all season. We've seen they've had problems with the tackles. We've seen the adjustments that they have made. We've seen the additions of players. How big an issue is that going to be going into the playoffs? How are they going to overcome it? Can they overcome it? Can other teams exploit it? Let us hear it all.
Well, I'll tell you this first. I mean, I was taking some sets the last few weeks because when I would turn on the Kansas City Chiefs tape, I'd be like, listen, if the only thing they're short of making this Super Bowl again and setting a record in NFL history of winning 3 in a row is a left tackle, I mean, I think I could get like 10, 15 snaps in there. Come on. But you know what? Signing DJ Humphries is the biggest move to me for them, because if you looked at this team, I would have said, if you look across all the league, you're trying to find the teams and the reason they might lose a game. Like, what's the reason this team's going to go down? And the Chiefs for me was the tackle situation, in the sense that, when you talk about really their situation, the left tackle and the struggle he was having, and really the young kid just couldn't make it. Then they bring in another, and they're rotating guys in there. They're moving Tooney over at times when they're that's going to get exploited in the playoffs. But when they signed DJ Humphries, I was like, man, I don't know if he's healthy. Obviously tore his ACL a year ago. Is he going to be able to come in here and be a factor? To him to come in and play, you see him play against Khalil Mack, which probably, if I was going to sign up for the worst possible scenario coming off an ACL, I got to play Khalil Mack. To be able to go out and play and watch him function, he's going to be just fine. He just needs to keep a couple games to get his legs under him, feel good about playing. But he looks good, and he's a heck of a football player for the Arizona Cardinals for many years. And so I think that really put them back in a situation where I'm like, all right, I'm fine. I'm good with everything going on, because here's the thing. We've critiqued them at different points of this run they've been on, of like offensively, even last year. Like they only averaged like 19 points a game the last 6 games of the year last year. But what they do in the playoffs, they scored 24 or 25 points a game and went on to win a Super Bowl. So they've been able to show that they can turn the switch and just say, hey, turn the engine on, let's go, it's playoff time. They've shown it. And until somebody can prove that they can't do it, we've got to believe them for that, because you could on one hand critique all these close losses, or on the other, we can sit here and you both know this as well as anybody. What does the NFL always come down to? The last 5 minutes of the game. What percentage of NFL games are 1-score games? And every year we act like that's some crazy thing, and then we critique the team who, guess what, they're the best in the world at? The last 5 minutes of a game, they find a way to win. Last time I checked, that's really an important part of playing NFL football and winning games. So the Kansas City Chiefs have proven they make great decisions. When have we sat here and criticized an Andy Reid last 5 minutes of the game decision?
Never.
Or a Steve Spagnuolo last 5 minutes of the game decision? It doesn't happen. Patrick Mahomes, same thing. They dominate the last 5 minutes of the game every year. And as long as they keep doing that, they will keep winning games. And when you get in the playoffs and games scores are decided by even a closer margin, guess what you're the best at? Winning the game in the last 5 minutes of the game. So I think, to me, we can talk about it all year long. We can be mad about there's not all this wow factor to their team, but all I care about is winning. And if we're winning, that's what matters.
Just win, baby.
And getting it done in those last minutes. And you know that left tackle position better than anybody else.
Suzy, just so you know, when he does continue those reps and comes back, he broke that news on What the Football.
Could you play now?
There is no question I could play some snaps, but I don't think I'd ever do it. I feel too good. I'm happy. I work out every day. I train all the time. I even opened my own gym out here in Westlake, California, and I am happy, and there's no pain, so I'm good. Daddy, I'm good. I'm happy being a dad, being at home, hanging out, and doing Thursday night football. So that's good.
Check out new episodes of What the Football with Suzy Shuster and Amy Trask every Tuesday. Watch us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page, or follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.